go. Okay, the first thing that I want to share with everybody, which is the one of the most underrated thing, you will see is that this one. Okay, we're gonna go and look at Perlis 2024 punya this thing first. Okay, so shows a photo frame with 4.3 kg that's hung onto a wall using a string. Okay, then after that, okay, then they ask you what is the weight and everything. Okay, guys, okay, I remember the stream got a bit of delay punya, so if you start spamming me, I cannot reply you immediately one. Okay, so jom, let's start. Okay, so what's the meaning of weight? What is meant by weight? So weight is actually the gravitational force acting on the object. So, okay, can you write like, people always ask me, teacher, can I write weight punya formula? Weight is equals to the product of mass and gravity. Now the answer is cannot. You have to write the gravitational force acting on the object is the only answer. Oh, sorry. Okay, the gravitational force acting on the object. I have to put higher because my body is blocking it. So yes, for definition, right, sometimes you are allowed to write the formula, but not every single time. Okay, so please guys, please take note on that. So for certain definition, you have to give the whole sentences, so which is gravitation force acting on the object. Okay, for this thing, okay, why I want to do this one is because a lot of people ask me, teacher, how to draw this triangle? So because later on they will say draw the triangle of forces in the space below. Common mistake. Okay, so when they draw this triangle, what they usually do is that they say, teacher, if the triangle is like this, can I just draw my triangle by following the same shape like that? So the answer is cannot. We are not trying to do trigonometry word triangle. Okay, first of all, you have to know what are the forces involved first. So if you want to draw triangle, okay, you know that this is your tension going in this direction. So this is the first line that you have to draw. Then you have another one more line here, which is this side. So there's also another one more line here. Now what's the third force? So the third force is actually your weight of the picture frame. So the weight of the picture frame, of course, go down, right? So the smartest thing to start drawing is to draw your W first. Okay? Then after that, you will see this is 4.3 kg. Okay, now then your T will go this way, this direction, T, and then your orange color T will also go all the way this direction. This is also another T. Hey guys, my my advice will be always check your direction. Okay, always check your direction, which is your green color line and your this direction must be the same. Your orange color and your orange color must also be the same. Your weight go down. So therefore, this is baru your correct punya triangle. Okay, so besides that, the title for this question is actually called the forces in equilibrium. So for forces in equilibrium, right, I repeat guys, it has to be equilibrium, meaning to say that your force is balanced. If your force is balanced, right, you must check whether your triangle got follow the same direction or not. So you see above my head here, your triangle must go up, the arrow must be turning in a circle. Okay, so that means then your object is in equilibrium. So should you label the angle? Okay guys, if you are given the angle, then don't be lazy lah. Label your angle as well lah. Okay, no, can? Now, so how should you label your angle? Okay, so you see your 40 degree here, the orange color line here, your 40 degree is on top here. So this is 40 degree. So if I'm gonna put a weight all the way this side, so your angle should be at the bottom, right? So this should be 90 degrees. So this is 50 degree. So therefore you have to label this is 50 degree. And then after that, you also have to label, you have to label this is 50 degree. And then after that, this part will be what? 80 degree. So if you are not sure whether you need to draw the angle or not, just label the angle, label your forces, label your arrow. Okay, let me give you a common mistake. Okay guys, some people, right, when they draw this, they draw weight, they will draw like this one, whereby they write the arrow at the end of it. So tak boleh, we are not, this picture is wrong punya. The arrow must be located in the middle of the line. So drawing of triangle of forces. Okay, maybe will come out, I don't know, guys. Okay, why 50 degree? Because if you can see your orange color line, which is your this T. Okay, so imagine this green color line, I put all the way down here. I grab this line here. So now this is my triangle, right? So how much angle is inside here? Because this is 90 degree, right? So the bottom 90 minus 40, 50 degree lah, brother. Okay, can? So maths already returned back to your maths teacher, right? Okay, maths over already, right? Okay, then next. Okay, got people ask you, if I draw the green color line on the left, can or not? Okay, actually also boleh. Okay, so instead of my picture like this, what if teacher, I draw maybe macam ni. Okay, I draw the green color tension first, like that. Then my weight goes down. Then my orange color line go up. Can ah? Can also. So why? Because your circle, your triangle will also go in a complete circle. So therefore the answer is acceptable. Okay, can Okay, so now, very simple stuff, guys, morning, warm up only. So if this is 4.3 kg, can you tell me, guys, if this is 4.3 kg, how many Newton? So 1 kg is how many Newton? I cannot believe it, man. Few days before SPM, still got people tell me 1 kg is 10 Newton. Headache, guys. So this is going to be 9.81 Newton. So now, okay, guys, 4.3 kg. Hey, 2 marks, this question. If this question is 2 marks, you don't simply do write properly lah. So okay, we will write W is equals to mg. So your mass is going to be 4.3 kg. G is 9.81. So 4.3 times 9.81 is 42.18 Newton. Okay, so that is the weight of it. 2 marks. So guys, if it's 2 marks, right, I suggest you to write the W equals to mg. If it's 1 mark, then you can just straight away multiply, or also encourage to write the working as well. Okay, can? Alright. Now next, how do you find the tension of the string if you want to do the force? Okay. Now guys, very simple one. Now there are different methods whereby some of you like to do the triangle, then you have to do the very complicated method. The calculation is just 3 marks. You don't need to do so susah punya stuff. Okay, so according to Jun Hao punya rule, so I will call this I will draw the cross method. So I will draw this vertical thing whereby my force that goes down is going to be called weight. So how much is the weight? The weight we sudah kirakan. The weight is 42.18 Newton. Okay, so the force that goes down is going to be 42.18 Newton. And then what else do we have? Okay, we have the green color tension that goes this direction. So this is 40 degrees. We have the orange color force that goes all the way to the other side. And then there will be also another 40 degrees. Okay, guys. Now, so if now I have tension here, I need to do resolution of forces. So I have to make sure that I move them to the horizontal and vertical. So if I want to shift this down, what do I use? So I will use something called P cos 40. Okay, and then after that, if I want to move this thing up, I will use something called T sin 40. Some people ask me, teacher, can I use T cos 50? Can, boleh, sama je. Okay, so I already moved the 2 angles. Then what about the other side? Okay, for this one I also have to move horizontal and I also have to move the vertical, right? Correct? So this is going to be t cos 40, then plus another t sine 40. So please make sure that you're aware the top part you got two tension. So when this thing is in equilibrium, whatever that's up and whatever that's down must be equals. So you will have t sine 40 plus t sine 40 equals to 42.18 Newton. So then guys, what is the next step here? You just have to do mathematics lah, okay? Now, if I'm not mistaken, right, if you do this properly, I think your force will be 32.18 Newton. So this is the calculation for your resolution of forces. Okay, so people will ask me question, hey teacher, this one will come out as essay question or not? So today the main aim is we are going to discuss, will this question come out as an essay question? Very hard to say. If you watch my previous YouTube video, I will say that this is unknown. Okay, there is a potential. So for this 32.18 calculation, okay, they'll ask you all, what if the angle of x is increased? They ask you, if my angle of x increases, angle of x here increase. So guys, if angle of x increase, means that my 40 will increase or decrease. So mathematics rule, right, if your x increase, your this one will become smaller, right? So you just try mathematics lah, guys. If you calculate just now, you use 2t sine 40 is equals to 42.18 Newton. Correct? If now your x increase, so your this theta will decrease. So kalau now you become 2t sine 30 equals to 42.18 Newton. You count your new tension equals to how many Newton? You will realize that your new tension will be equals to maybe 42.18. So you will realize that your tension will increase. Okay, Ken? So remember everybody, simple calculation must do for this one. And then, okay, let's look at the essay question. What can come out, right? Okay, if you talk about the essay question related to this, okay, you will realize that maybe they'll ask you how to hang all these different stuff, okay? Now, the pictures are a bit blurred, so now you can slowly see first and tell me which should be the best method that I should hang this thing. Okay, so remember number one, if you see essay question, try to find 4 differences first. Don't rush in. Okay, find 4 differences first. That's why when you were a kid, right, you have to learn, you know, the 2 picture, you have to find the difference between the 2 picture. So okay, first of all, rubber, nylon, plastic, nylon. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, aluminium frame, wooden frame, aluminium frame. Third, 40, 40, 20, 20. So guys, okay, I ask you a question now. So which one is the easiest to decide first? I think angle easiest. Because a normal human, right, when they stand, they will obviously stand vertical one, your leg must be as vertical as possible, right? Where got people, you couldn't open the Google Drive, are you sure? Julie, can help me try the Google Drive can press? It's wait, let me try first. Bro, you have to copy the Google Drive.
Copy the link.
You have to copy the link. Okay, can, alright. The Julie is okay. So you will see that you have to stand vertical, my guys. Where got people, right, while standing, the leg like that one. So obviously you want the angle here, you usually stand like that one. Okay, so that's why if you really see, right, your angle on the leg here, on the tepi here, must be bigger, better. Understand? So that's why this is state paper 2024. Okay, can so nobody will stand this way, right? You will try to stand as vertical as possible, So oleh itu, my answer has to be more vertical. So the angle at the bottom must be bigger. I'm looking for more vertical lines. So that's why the angle I'm choosing is the 40-degree, guys. This is wrong. This is wrong. Okay, we come back here first. So that two thing is wrong. Ini salah. Itu pun salah. Okay, so now I'm left with the top two choice. Google Drive error. Maybe because too many people access at the same time. Sorry lah. Okay. Now, later we settle lah. Okay, so you will see that now we want the two bigger angle. Okay, so between a rubber rope and a nylon rope, what is the difference between rubber rope and nylon rope? If you want to hang something, will you go and use rubber band and hang? No, right? Because if you use rubber band, right, then when you hang the thing, then the rubber band will it will just stretch. So when your rubber band is stretched, it will break. So obviously we will use nylon rope. That's why my answer is going to be J. So my answer, we don't want it to be elastic. Okay, so so therefore we want nylon, not the frame stretching, it's the string stretching. Okay, nylon. Then you want larger angle to reduce the tension. So this is for you to reduce the tension. Then this is so that it is stronger, and also nylon will not break. Okay. Then you want aluminium because aluminium has lower density. Guys, please write lower density, then only write lower mass. Don't just write lower mass. And then after that, last but not least, why you want Perspex? Perspex will not break. Perspex is stronger also. Okay, Ken? Yeah, Perspex is I won't say stronger but I'll say lower mass, it will not break It will not break as in if your picture frame drop down, if you use glass cover, confirm pecah. Okay, so Perspex is like glass but plastic. Okay, so guys, this is the hanging stuff that you have to know. We are not trying to spot exam question. Let me just repeat this again. Can I write durable? Durable. I don't accept durable because durable usually means something that is like can last longer and everything. Because the main thing here, we are comparing Perspex and glass. I prefer Perspex because it will not break. It can withstand impact if it falls, and it is lighter than glass. So that will be the answer that I prefer more Okay, Ken? Okay, what paper is this, guys? Please refer to the link that I've pinned now. Okay, past year. Okay, so okay, this is one of the questions that you might want to study. Okay, now we are going to go into another soalan. Okay, so that is on Form 5 Chapter 1. Okay, what about another one more bug that I think worth mentioning? Okay, now we will go to the 2025 punya state paper on heat. Okay, on heat. Until now, I still get the same question, people asking me how to do certain questions. Okay, so first of all, guys, okay, we are looking at Perak punya 2025 state paper. Okay, let me repeat this. It's 2025. So if you see all the cikgu, right, they will predict latent heat. Okay, will come out latent heat or vaporization and so on Okay. Now, if latent heat, right, biasanya what question will come out? They will ask you about maybe some theory, 4 marks. For example, they will ask you how sweating can help the student to cool down the body. So, can you do dui bahasa? Okay, I can try my best, but it will be a bit hard. Okay. Let me try. Okay, so in the latent heat, right, you are going to have in BM we call it the haba pendam tentu. So for your haba pendam tentu, that's like the everybody say hot topic okay. Try bahasa. Okay, yeah. This is like guys challenging Pro Max. Okay. So latent here is your haba pendam tentu. Okay, how would the exam question be? So it'll be probably something like this. Bagaimana perlu boleh cool the badan? Okay. So biasanya what are the things that you have to say? So it's a 4 marks question. So every time everybody will say we know that the sweat can evaporate. Okay, boleh menyejak. But if you just write evaporate, you think you can get 4 marks or not? So you have to say that you have to say it absorb heat lah, menyerap haba lah. But then now in SPM, when you say absorb heat, can you be a bit more specific? What is the name of the heat? So some people will say, okay, absorb heat, menyerap haba. Then they will start saying stuff like, okay, latent heat. Guys, latent heat specific enough not? I think it is still not specific enough. So kalau latent heat not specific enough, what else can we say? You have to say what latent heat lah. So it will be latent heat of vaporization, your haba pendam tentu penguapan. Okay? So it will be your haba pendam tentu penguapan. So you have this thing. So therefore it will be able to remove heat from the body. So as the heat is being released, your body and your skin will cool down. So just a bit of my advice okay guys. I see a lot of teachers, right, they encourage students to write general answer. So because the answer is general, then easy to kena the schema jawapan. But come on guys, what does your school teacher usually say? What does the guy who mark your paper usually say? You never write the keyword, you never write the schema, you never use the word. So remember, your answer has to be more specific, better okay So okay, then next we will have this kind of heating curve. Okay, for heating curve, what is my best advice? For heating curve, always check your SI unit. So this is going to be your minute, right? Okay, and then I always ask my student this question one. So I always ask my student this question one, which is, what is the starting state? Is it solid or to liquid, or is it going to be liquid to gas? How can you know this? How can you know this? So the answer will be, okay, you must see, a solid substance dalam keadaan pepejal. Can I write absorb large heat? Can. Okay, so therefore must see the question. So this question will be the solid to liquid. So whoever who say boiling point wrong ni solid, ini liquid So what is happening here? There's your melting stage. So therefore this part is going to be your solid and liquid. People always assume, right? That if the temperature very high, this is evaporation. So read the question. Okay, can? Yes, solid and liquid. Okay, then next, you're supposed to calculate the specific latent heat of fusion and in liquid state punya heat capacity. So what should we do here? You need to know that we have to use something called PT equals to ml, and then after that here you have PT equals to mc theta. Is the melting phase punya explanation same as chemistry? You can write similar to chemistry, but some teachers for physics, right, they prefer to use the textbook. So for NAN 6015, if possible, you follow your physics textbook punya. So that is what break the bonds between the molecules and so on. But if you cannot remember in the exam, maybe your chemistry is your strong subject. You write the chemistry explanation, they will accept one. Okay, you don't worry about that. Okay, yeah. So to overcome the force of attraction between the particles as solid turns to liquid. Okay, so now PT equals to ml. Usually for this one, I just want to show you how you need to sub the value. Okay, the power is this 100 watt. Okay, the 100 watt is your power. So your 100 watt. So now you are looking at fusion. Fusion is your dui bahasa again, right? So it will be, you have to find your kuasa. Kuasa is 100. Then you have to find your haba pendam tentu pelakuran. So kalau pelakuran, it is your melting, which is your peleburan. So you just have to find where is the melting process. So from left to right here, from 1 minute to 3 minutes, guys. Okay, if you are going from 1 minute to 3 minutes, please change to seconds. So your PT, you must do it this way. From 1 minute to 3 minutes, melting time will be 2 minutes. Okay, now then after that next, what about your mass? Mass is 0.05 kg. So guys, if you get wrong because you never change to SI unit, that is the most careless mistake that you can make. The most thorough mistake you can make. So thank God here they give you in kg already. So this is going to be 0.05. Then you're going to find latent. So your latent heat punya SI unit is going to be joules per kg. You will get your answer. Okay, can Okay, then after that, you have to know this thing. So that will be your calculation, your unit joule per kg. Guys, it's joule kg negative 1. Okay, okay, so whatever the value you get Okay, what? 240,000 Why 2 times 60 Why 2 times 60 Because your tempo, which is your time taken, you need to gunakan second kan. You have to change to saat, right? So kalau 2 minit, you have to take 2 times 60 lah. Yeah, okay. Kaizek, next time you come be my 助理, okay? Very good, Kaizek. Okay, now. So, okay, jom, next. What about PT equals to MC theta? Okay, so this one you have to see, this one is actually even harder, no? Because you have to first find liquid state first. So liquid state dekat mana? From here, all the way you go all the way up. All the way up. Okay, Ken? Now, so we have to find PT equals to MC theta. Okay, then macam mana? So your power, which is your kuasa, is 100. Your time taken sekarang, how long? It's from 3 to 3.8. So 3 to 3.8, meaning to say you're looking at 0.8 multiplied by 60. Okay? Because later who asked me why 0.8, you help me explain again. Okay, then 0.05, I want to find C, which is the specific heat capacity. Okay, wait dah terkeluar frame already Okay. Then now theta. Theta is the change in temperature. Okay, can you tell me for my theta, what should I write? What should I write for my theta? Correct. That's your change in temperature. So from 178 to 100, right? So the change in temperature here is 22 degrees Celsius. That's why here will be 22. If you ask me for my advice, I will suggest that you write 100 minus 78 here. Write the working inside there so that you will be used to writing that when you have theta, right? You will write the change in the unit Okay, Ken, alright. Now, so then you will get your C value to be equals to, okay, for specific heat capacity, you guys have to be a little bit more careful. Kenapa? Because joule per kg per degree Celsius, the unit is going to be slightly different from your latent heat punya unit. Okay, can? So whatever value that you get lah. Why the power is 100? Because yeah, it is mentioned in the question here, given in the question already. Okay so yes, betul tu, ada link dalam description, you boleh download guys. Again, I highly recommend you to do like 2023, 2024, 2025 state paper. The more you can do, the better it is. That's all I can say. Okay. Yes, not me 7950 can. You can straight away do this thing, provided you don't careless mistake lah. Okay, can. Yeah. So yeah guys, that's it. Very simple. But in SPM, many people don't know, right? The step they paling penting kan adalah this step, whereby you show all the values that you use. So this step is the step that you cannot skip, because marks will be rewarded at this step and the final answer. For standard, 3 decimal place. Okay, 3 decimal place. So this life you do till when? Do until I tired, then I rest my stream, my life. Okay. Will I do another stream tonight? I don't know, man. Ranjin, you have to copy the what the Google Drive link, then paste out, then you have to search. Okay, can. Do all. Okay, I can. Now, okay, so siap guys, next. What would advise to just keep spend travel? I think you should. Okay, guys. Okay. Just sharing word of advice. Okay, see, physics is like this one, you know. I don't know if you all agree or not, but you all can tell me. Physics, this subject, right? When you study, if you read, okay, do you? Then the exam question come out, do you know how to do or not? You read, then you know how to do or not? You don't know how to do, right? But if you don't read, you also don't know how to do, right? So either way, you also don't know how to do, right? Why don't you straight away do latihan? Maybe there's a chance you will understand to know how to do. Right? So the more logical sense is to do supaya you learn, supaya you see what word they use to explain, then you learn the word that way. Okay, can? Yeah. Okay, so next, okay, we're gonna look at the sistem penyejukan makanan peti sejuk. Okay guys, this question I do until I want to cry already. Okay, because it's like so common. People always like to text me in the middle of the night. Hey cikgu, peti sejuk which is your refrigerator your fridge guys, the teacher, the specific heat capacity must be low or high. Hey, don't ask this kind of question You are asking what? The door of the fridge, or the coolant of the fridge, or the pipe of the fridge, or the what of the fridge. You have to be specific, right? Because if you ask me the door of the fridge, it has to be a heat insulator. If you ask me the pipe of the fridge, it has to be a heat conductor. So therefore, it will depend on what the question is. Okay Okay, so therefore, yeah. Okay, now you see, the thing that you have to study here is the cooling agent, the evaporator coil, the condenser coil design. So only two guys try to check this out. Okay, so you will see that usually for latent heat, for cooling system, for cooling agent, I repeat one last time the latent heat of cooling agent is higher because you want it to absorb more heat. You want it to be able to absorb more latent heat of vaporization during evaporation process. Boiling point, you want it to be low so that it can evaporate and absorb latent heat of vaporization. So that is your idea lah. Kalau the coil coil is the pipe. Okay, coil is also known as the pipe lah. Sometimes they call it the gegelong or everything. So therefore, this one you want low specific heat capacity muatan haba tentu yang rendah kerana you want it to menjadi a conductor haba, a good heat conductor. Okay, can? So you want it to become a good heat conductor haba yang lebih unggul. And then last but not least, guys, okay, this one very funny one. Okay, the condenser coil design is like this, right? Then there's also condenser coil design that is like this, right? So guys, how are you going to say which condenser coil you want? Because not like other things, you will see that this one can write low, can write high. But if it's like this, how do you so the answer is going to be yes, you have to describe lah. So the coil design will be more number of coils. Okay, because you can't draw, right? Okay. Can? So remember semua orang the answers are already provided in the description and everything. Okay, wait guys, let me check and see. Can you access the description for this thing? Let me check. Can you access the description? Yeah, I think you can. But guys, I already post the link. Okay, you have to copy the link out. Okay, so guys, let's continue. Hello. Hi, I believe 7520 is Tan Jiaxi, is it? Okay. Why boiling point must be low? Okay. Study mango. Okay, why the boiling point must be low? At this point, right, okay guys, if you are confused with the reason here, okay, even if I tell you the reason now, you are just going to memorize the reason, correct? Because you say, okay, that's already answer here. But my suggestion is, guys, you go and find my Form 4 Chapter 4 heat punya recap, okay? Whereby I made a 30-minute punya recap on everything on heat. Why must be high boiling point, low boiling point, but you want to have high latent heat. So there are a lot of things that you have to study by yourself, okay guys? Can yeah, so I'm promoting my own YouTube, so what cursing. Okay, now, life cannot be so fierce one, right? Must be very friendly one, right? Okay, hi everybody. Okay, now, so yeah. So therefore, I think my final answer will be the more number of coils. So I think it should be M. So yeah, so this is something that is important lah. Okay, then next. Now there's another one more maybe new style of question that they will ask you. Egg steamer, like that one. Okay, so this is a traditional egg steamer that applies the concept of specific latent heat. So then you have to explain, alright guys, how do you cook? Why hard boiled egg? Why hard boiled egg is not cooked by boiling? Can be cooked faster by steaming than boiling. Okay, can. So therefore, you will see that how this thing can be cooked faster by steaming and boiling. So why? So this is a very common exam question. They like to ask you about steam, let's say 100 degrees Celsius versus water at 100 degrees Celsius. When you terkena your hand, which one will be more painful? Which one will be more dangerous? So you have to know that steam actually has something called the specific latent heat of vaporization. So it will release more heat, and then after that, yeah. So you need to faham that thing lah. Okay, can. Yeah. Then you have condensation. It releases heat. So the cook faster, right, is because there is a keyword here known as condensation. Can? Okay, yes. Yeah, at the same time, I'm reading some chats also. Okay, so you're welcome everybody. So now, this one, there will be a egg cooker here. It has to be airtight and everything. So guys, I repeat sekali lagi I've already post a comment here. There's a Google Drive link. This Google Drive link, you can immediately download the thing, which you can do all these latihan. Alright? Boleh? Can? Okay, can? Okay, now, your exam question. Is this Selangor? No, it's a Pahang set lah. Okay, now, so then there's a calculation as well. Okay, now, so for heat, I will just sampai sini sahaja. Okay, let's go and tapi sesempat ke buat. Oh well, if you tak sempat buat, you still have to buat. Okay. Okay. Is steam hotter than water? Okay, we cannot say steam is hotter than water. You just have to say that walaupun they have same temperature, steam has higher heat energy because it has the latent heat of vaporization. Boiling water don't have latent heat because boiling water needs to absorb the latent heat of vaporization, baru it can become steam. Okay, you understand what I mean? So therefore you need to like level up like that. Okay, can Okay, so what is the next part that we should do here? Okay, for the next part we should do, guys, which I think that can translate the answer to Malay also. Guys, the answer is already in the Google Drive. Okay, can. So yeah. Boleh Okay. So now, the next thing that we want to do is we will go into electricity. Okay, we will go back to the 2024. Got. Okay. Rin 1025. You can copy the link. Okay, you know how to copy, right? You tekan your phone. You just copy, you screenshot the sentence, you copy, then you use your whatever Google or your Apple, then after that you download. Okay, can? Okay. Okay, then after that, got formula paper. Okay, now, so let's continue. So okay, so we're looking 2024 molecular paper, we're talking about electricity. Okay, obviously guys, if you watch all my videos, I told you before, rintangan, which is the resistance, is so important. Okay, the resistance, the rintangan is so important. Okay, but then a very underrated subtopic here is this thing called E equals to V plus IR, whereby we talk about internal resistance. So for today punya video, guys, it's like a top up for my own students who probably cannot finish studying, then I top up a bit of the extra knowledge. Okay, so first of all, you have to find V, which is called the potential difference, iaitu beza keupayaan. Okay. Can you try again? I think you should. Wait, let me see if I can access or not first. I can Okay, I can. Isrin can. Okay, for physics quantum boleh masuk ke bahagian B or C or not? Okay guys, if I were you, okay, I tell my students this thing. Okay, if quantum, okay, the two chapters that people tak boleh is always like, okay, gravity and quantum. You teacher, I very scared if these two things come out as a question. If my student different, my student pray these two things come out as a question. Okay, do you know why? Number one, if gravity were to come out essay question, the only thing which they will ask is basically satellite, and which satellite is fixed punya, is only geo or non-geo. You already predict what the question will ask. So if gravity come out, a lot of people don't know how to do, but don't worry, because you study satellite, you know how to do. Okay what? Kalau quantum come out, solar panel. Okay, for quantum, solar panel question. Also, majority of the people will know how to do it, guys. So you don't have to be too worried lah. Okay, can, alright. Okay, so or nowadays for one more, got the electron microscope. Electron microscope tricky. So you can also look at, I think, Negeri Sembilan 2025 punya exam paper. Okay, can. Now next, got people ask me, teacher, what about the formula? What about the calculation? Okay, in paper 2, guys, calculation is how many marks? Come on, guys, I want you all to be more strategic rather than very emotional. Calculation is how many marks? In the whole paper 2, is about maybe 20% to about maximum, I think 22%. So if you are concerned about the calculation, let me ask you, is your 80% punya theory very strong? If not, then you should focus on the theory first. Okay, your calculation, you can chill first. Okay, can, alright. Yeah, so unless you are like this guy called not me 7950, I skip all the calculation, guys. You see this guy damn pro, no? He didn't do calculation, he can get B. So B is like 60 plus already. So if he do calculation, he just have to do half the calculation, he got 70 plus already. So that's why don't be too fixated on the calculation first. Okay, can okay. So next, okay, we come back to here. But today I'm sharing some calculation stuff lah. Okay. Is memorizing definition important? Is memorizing definition important? Okay. Okay, let me explain this one. Okay, got people ask me again definition. I think we should like discuss this tonight as well. Okay, now for definition, is it important? For definition, if you ask me, cikgu, kalau definition keluar berapa markah, like definition will ask how many questions. It's a random thing. Maybe it can be 4 marks, it can be 3 marks, it could be 5 marks, it could be 1 mark. But the problem is, if you memorize definition, where can you use? Okay, you can use your definition punya answer in some explanation. For example, if today we are going to talk about Pascal principle, if we are going to talk about Bernoulli principle, even in fact, you can even talk about Charles law, Boyle's law, Gay-Lussac law, your hukum okay? Okay, your hukum can you use the definition in your explanation? Let's say, for example, they ask you, why the aerofoil can fly. You can, although the question say explain why aerofoil can fly, but you can write, based on Bernoulli principle, the velocity of fluid increases, the pressure of the fluid decreases. So don't just restrict yourself that your definition can only use in definition question. You can use your definition in explanation question. If you know how to use your definition in explanation, then I will say definition is worth memorizing. Okay, you accept my thing, okay, can. Now, definition, why I say very, very weird, okay, is because did anybody punya teacher share with you last year SPM come out how many definition question? Did anybody punya teacher share with you last year SPM how many definition question come out? Who can tell me? Last year 2025 SPM definition how many marks? The answer is 1 mark only. They only ask one definition out of 100. Yeah. So a lot of teachers don't dare to say this. It was 1 mark only. Okay. Yeah, but I count already. If you memorize the definition last year, you can use your definition in a lot of places like last year punya what is total internal reflection, what causes diffraction, so can, okay? Does it mean it will be a lot or not? I don't know. Okay, okay guys, if you are here for soalan bocor or ramalan or whatever, guys, you came to the wrong teacher okay? Yeah. Okay, if I sell ramalan, right, I will be very famous and rich by now. Okay. Now, so okay, let's go back to here. Okay, so this is called beza keupayaan, which is also known as potential difference. So this is usually your voltage. Now, but the problem here will be okay, this E. So so E is what? Your EMF, your daya gerak electric. Okay, can, alright? Which they are also measured in voltage. So that will be the maximum. Do you know how to see this? Do you know how to read this question or not? Okay, so let's have a look here. You have to know that your line that you tarik all the way up, the line that you tarik all the way up here, your y-intercept is going to be your EMF. So you need to know this question just in case if, yeah, they ask you, your y equals to mx plus c is actually, your y equals to mx plus c is actually equivalent to v equals to negative ri plus e. So actually, your y-intercept, your pintasan y sebenarnya adalah sama dengan your daya gerak elektrik, which is your DGE, and then after that your gradient is actually your internal resistance. So this is also something that you have to know lah. Okay, boleh So your y and your voltage. So your x is your current. So therefore, then after that they ask you, what happens to the potential difference V? The current increases. So you can see that your V decreases lah. Okay, when your current increases. Okay, then after that tentukan nilai dan sebagainya. Okay, this is the question that I want to do. Apakah yang berlaku kepada kecerunan graph? What happens to the gradient of the graph if your dry cell is added and connected in series? If it's connected in series. So kalau macam itu, now you are talking about the slope, right? The gradient of the graph, right? So gradient is your total negative internal resistance. If your dry cell is added in series, your total internal resistance, guys, will macam mana? Will increase or decrease? Will it go up or go down? Your total negative internal resistance will increase or decrease if your dry cell in series. Of course, increase because your when you add them up in series, of course your total internal resistance will increase up. So therefore, what will happen is that the slope of the graph will increase because when you add batteries in series, your resistance in series, you will add them up together. Your resistance will be added together. Okay, faham? Can, no problem. Okay, so therefore this is also something that you have to faham, you have to understand and everything. Okay, then after that, let's look at this question. Wait Okay, this one for the candle flame punya. Wait, so how do you know it gets increased again? Okay, guys, if at this point you do not know to calculate series and parallel, very dangerous also. Your series and parallel, your resistance kalau add in series, secara bersiri, your resistance is what? If this is 10 ohm, if this is 10 ohm, your total resistance will be 20 ohm, right? It will be 20 ohm, right? Yeah lah. So that's why, this is why you need to know that it will increase. That's why your gradient will increase. If series do the thing, no, that one is parallel. Parallel baru you do the 1 over R, 1 over R1, 1 over R2 dan sebagainya. That is if your thing is in parallel. Okay Yes. Okay can Okay, so now let's look at the Kelantan 2024 punya another paper. Okay, so electric field. Wow guys, come out electric field also GG, because banyak orang don't study electric field and they always like ignore this part. Okay, okay, we have to know how to explain to the candle flame guys. For explain, right, I don't want to like right now, because some people prefer it in English, some people prefer it in BM. So yeah, okay, we go down here. So sketch the shape of the candle flame. Okay, so which side will be bigger? The negative bigger or the positive will be bigger if you have to sketch the shape of the candle flame. Which side will be bigger? The answer is the negative side will be bigger, because your api will be macam ini. Okay, I know that looks a bit ugly lah. Yeah, because your protons are attracted to the negative plate. Okay, then your electrons are usually smaller, so they will occupy less space. Remember when you draw this, right? You must draw equal number of positive and negative charge. Okay? Now, let's talk about some more K-but stuff. Okay, Ken? Alright. Now, of course, you can draw nicer a bit lah. If you don't want to draw so ugly, you can draw, but the area on the left must be bigger. That's it. To go. Okay, Okay, how do you calculate electric field strength? Okay, for electric field strength, should you draw the charge as well? Maybe they will call you to draw. So it will bergantung kepada the question, guys. Okay, Ken? Now next. Okay, what's the strength of the electric field? E equals to F over Q, which is called force. Yes, I will post the live later. Force per unit charge. So this sini, you will see that they tell you the charge dual column, force this much. So you will be 0.032 force, and then your charge is 2, right? Okay guys, what is the mistake here? I know that this is a bit slow, so I'm going to wait for you all. Can you tell me what is the mistake here? If I do it this way, what is wrong? Okay. Yeah. Okay, very smart. Okay, yeah, the answer is because this is in kilonewton, so you have to remember you have to multiply by 1000. Okay, can. So make sure that in your exam, guys, focus more on the soalan. What is your mistake with your amali? Everybody memorize amali, right? Then memorize amali, end up the amali come out, the question is a bit different one. Then everybody kena. So remember to read the question. So it's going to be like this. Then you will dapatkan your jawapan. Okay. Lepas tu, kekuatan medan electric field strength. What is your unit? So remember, if you take Newton divide by charge, which is C, then your unit mestilah Newton C negative 1 lah. It will be Newton per coulomb lah. Now, that's it lah. Okay, can? So remember guys, unit is something that you count, not something that you memorize. It's what did you use to get the thing. Okay, so my god guys, it's 3 marks, man. Why so easy one? Okay, next. Okay, then you might see some heating element question. Okay, one of the very interesting question that I want to do with everybody here is actually yang ini. Okay, this is we are going to fly to pay. This is Johor 2024. Okay. So okay, do we have anybody people from Johor here? Okay, so okay, for Johor 2024, okay, this question quite interesting because it's going to be electric field instead of the candle flame. Now they come out the tali string X. Okay, what is the material of X important or not? Yes, correct. This is the one that they do with the ball as well. So is the tali X important? Very important, because if your tali X can conduct electricity, you might be cooked, bro. Okay, so di sini, which tali should I use? Copper, plastic, copper or nylon? Okay, the answer is, okay, your purpose is what you know. Okay, first of all, you check this is positive plate, so there's positive charge, so this is going to be positive plate. Then this is going to be negative charge, so this is going to be negative plate. So kalau the left hand side is positive, the right hand side is negative, you will realize that this thing is going to be attracted. Okay, let's say this thing now you push all the way, you touch the positive plate. So you want it to release the electron, so this thing become positive plate, right? Correct. Then after that, it will be attracted to the negative plate pula. So after that, it goes to the negative plate. It will take the electrons will flow in. Then after that, it becomes negatively charged because of the electron. Betul kan? Then after that, it will continue to move. But if your wire is copper, if this thing is a copper wire, the problem of copper wire is it will conduct electricity. So when it conducts electricity, the electrons will move away. So meaning to say that your ball, right, will never be negatively charged or positively charged, because it will always be neutral. So if you use copper wire, the ball will always be neutral because the copper will conduct away the charge. Yes, so that's why if you want to use tali X, you have to use an insulator. That's why the answer is U. You can say why nylon, because it is an electrical insulator, so therefore it will not conduct the charge away from the ball. Owner already removed. Google Drive error. Wait, I've already pasted this thing. If plastic can or not? Okay, plastic actually also okay. Tapi the distance jauh mah, right? I want it to shake faster mah. So So what we want is that we want it to be nearer. Okay, can, alright. Okay, can. Now, so because you want to increase the number of oscillation. Okay, can. Okay, let's continue as well. So yang lain for the electricity, please make sure you know how to do, guys. You will see that all this tungsten heating, everything, please try to do it yourself and stuff. Just now someone, I forgot who was it, someone asked about the diode punya drawing. Guys, go watch my YouTube. My YouTube has a diode video dedicated untuk diode sahaja. So I also hope you can go and watch the YouTube as well. Okay, now then what is next? For the next part, we are going to go into, we take a memory lane trip to 2023 diode. Okay, whereby we look at some 2023 Form 4 Chapter 2. What if the ball is coated by aluminium foil? Okay, if the ball is coated by aluminium foil, it's okay because the ball the aluminium foil can store the charge. Just now the ball question. But your wire cannot be metal. That's why if you see the question, or they will say the ping pong ball coated with silver paint. You want the ping pong ball to conduct the charge. Okay, can? Okay, so let's continue as well. Okay, so okay, one of the questions that I'm worried is momentum question, which is all these water rocket punya soalan. Okay, so for water rocket punya soalan, you need to know that it is an explosion and everything. Okay guys, let's talk about momentum. So momentum got banyak, right? Got principle of conservation of momentum and everything. But guys, what is the criteria? If you want to be considered as an explosion, got people ask me, no teacher, if I use this formula, apakah kriterianya? What is the criteria if I want to use this formula? So you must say that the system, the whole system must start from rest. Meaning to say that your object cannot be moving, because the moment your object starts moving, your initial momentum will not be zero anymore. So this is something that is very, need to careful sikit lah. Okay, can, alright. Okay, so okay, this one, express the SI unit for momentum. Okay guys, so how do you find the SI unit for momentum? Okay, so you know momentum, the general knowledge is mass times velocity. So the same thing applies. We calculate what you know. We not memorize what you know. Yeah, so if it's mass times velocity, it will be kg multiplied by meter per second. So therefore, your SI unit will be kg meter per second. Okay, guys, some objective challenge. Okay, what is the SI unit? The base SI unit for force. Okay, come on guys, what is the base SI unit for force? 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, see guys, in my class, right, if everybody have the same answer, if you look at the chat now, everybody same answer. So base SI unit for force base unit everybody write Newton gun. So guys, what does it mean? It means that your answer is wrong. Okay. Now Newton is not the base SI unit. Base is kg, meter, second, Kelvin, ampere, mole, and candela. So you have to know that Newton is actually mass times acceleration, so it is actually kg ms negative 2. So some people right, go and memorize this kind of stuff, So you must remember Newton is actually mass times acceleration, so it's actually kg ms negative 2. So there is a perbezaan between your Newton and your this one. Okay, Ken? So this is usually what happens when you are very used to memorizing unit. Okay, Ken? Okay, very good. Then we will see here. There's a lot of things. Okay, then next one, guys. We are going to talk about free fall. Where's my free fall question? Free fall. Oh, the 8th one. Okay, can I remember, guys? Okay. Okay, if they call you to write normal unit, you just write Newton. Tak payah leceh. Tapi dalam objective, guys, if you do objective before, okay, do you know why you don't know kg ms negative 2 is Newton? Because you do too little objective. I tell you, objective, right, the first few questions, they will say express something in base unit. Express blah 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 in base unit. Yeah, so sure got one. Okay, Ken, alright. Now, yes, Lawrence, yes, you can. Okay, so for this free fall thingy, okay, it is, object falling through gravitational acceleration, which is your pecotan gravity, which is your jatuh bebas. Yes, that one only. So you need to make sure that you know how to do the calculation as well. So the calculation, you have to use salah satu of the S equals to ut plus half at square. Then what are the S equals to u plus v over 2 times t, v equals to u plus at, v square equals to u square plus 2s. Guys, will these formulas be given in the formula sheet? Yes or no? So the answer is yes, it will be given. So please do know how to do the calculation as well. Okay, Ken, alright. So yes, make sure you know how to do this. Yeah, then why it will crack and everything. So for Form 4 Chapter 2, your focus is on momentum Okay, not Ken. Okay. Now, so yeah, it will be given. Okay, next, guys. Okay, I just want to show you all the Google Drive that I linked just now. Okay, I hope you can access the Google Drive, because if you cannot, I don't know how to help you, because I already pasted it again and again already. Okay, guys, so if you look at this Google Drive, right, you will have like 2023, 2024, 2025 punya paper by chapter. So if you are weak in which chapter, you can go and like focus and do that chapter first. Okay, guys, you go and see okay, if you are using phone, susah. It is in the description, guys. You just have to use your mouse, scroll down, then you see bottom there. Oh, got description. Then it's a blue color line. You just press, and then you have the thing already. Okay, can, alright. So guys, okay, if you ask me, teacher, what should be the sequence? Yeah, the sequence of chapter that you should study, right? Okay. Because you need direction, right? Okay. So I tell you first. Okay. If I rank them according to importance, the first thing is, I think Form 5 Chapter 3 Electricity should be your first and foremost focus. So this is number 1, which means that after I end the stream, you need to cepat go fix up your electricity first. Okay, so that's the most important thing, because after you fix your electricity, then only you can fix your Form 5 Chapter 4, which is the electromagnet. Okay, so electromagnet, please go and study your transformer and your motor. Okay, Ken? So then after that, okay, so boleh Okay, then after that, you can hardcore here already, don't have to do electronics first. Okay, but guys, every chapter will come out. I repeat, this is a saksi. Every chapter will come out. Every chapter. Okay, then after that, okay, you can take a break. Then you go and look at your Form 4, Chapter 4, which is your HIT. Okay, you read all your HIT already, you do all your HIT stuff already. Okay, yang penting all done already. Okay, then we go to point number 4. Okay, after HIT already, what should you do next? You should go and study Form 5, Chapter 6, which is nuclear. Is nuclear very difficult? No, because you just have to focus more on the fusion, fission, nuclear reactor punya reaction. If let's say you tak faham the whole thing, guys, nuclear is very short. The chapter is only like barely 30 pages. You can finish this one, okay? Can then after that, okay, then people now very scared already. People now very panic already. Okay, what is the next thing first, guys? So still not your quantum physics first. Okay? Don't need to remember the whole process. You just remember the function, like what's your graphite moderator, what is your control rod, how the process works, like nuclear fusion and nuclear fission process. Okay, you study this already. Okay, then after that, what should you do next? Okay, then you can go and look back at simple stuff. Like, okay, for example, Form 4 Chapter 3, okay, for gravity, you can focus on the Kepler's law. So Kepler's law, tak susah. Okay, because you're going to study the Keplers. Okay, and then after that, maybe part 6, then you go and study the next main focus is your forces in general. Okay, forces in general. Okay, then you can take a rest again. So you can take a rest again. Then maybe malam, at night. Okay, at night. So this is where you have to focus until before dinner time. Before dinner time, you have to siapkan whatever that's here. Okay, at night when your brain very tired already. Okay, then you go and look at waves. Okay, I don't think waves will come out essay question. Number 8, okay, which is this is actually Form 4 Chapter 5. Then you can go and see light, Form 4 Chapter 6. Okay, because light, there is a full video on the whole thing on the mirror dengan the lens. You actually have the whole thing on mirror and lens, full video. So you can watch that times 2.5 times 3, whatever you can listen to. So this one is when you chill a bit that time. And then number 9, you can do your diode. Okay, which is your Form 5 Chapter 5. Okay, can? Alright. Oh wait, got space. Okay, maybe can. Now, okay, then right before you sleep, okay, okay, you just do one last part. Pascal, okay, study banyak-banyak. Okay, like tomorrow morning or whatever, you can study your Pascal because they say that this is going to be an essay question. Okay, why I put everything in the front here first? Okay, guys, I tell you, because all this, right, makan otak a bit more. It uses more of the brains. Okay, the belakang part here you see wave, light and diode, no calculation one. Mainly it's drawings. Got the calculation very little but mainly it's drawing, theory is very memorizing one. Okay, then the last one is going to be Pascal. So Pascal is like calculation, theory, everything. Very important. But I told you all so many times, please study Bernoulli as well. Okay, so this is like the last before you close your eyes. Last part before you close your eyes, you can do a Pascal plus Bernoulli. And then after that, and your quantum as well. Okay, for quantum guys, your photoelectric effect is very important. You need to know how to do the calculation. So for this advice is for my own students, because we have been doing photoelectric effect so many times already. So yeah, maybe tonight at 11 p.m. Okay, not too late maybe 10:30 p.m. Okay, I might do another live, which I will talk about the quantum punya part okay, at night maybe 10:30 p.m. Where will I do my live? I don't know. Maybe I will do it at Insta. Maybe I'll do it on TikTok. But I will do one more session on the quantum punya lah. Alright, because for quantum you study yourself, right? Also very makan masa one. So maybe I'll just do another quantum tonight on my TikTok or like whatever. So obviously yes, I think you should sleep early, but some people don't sleep early. Not everybody sleep early. Guys, if you sleep early, if you are the person who sleep early, right? You don't need to watch this TikTok because chances are you already study everything. That's why you can sleep. Do you know why these people haven't sleep? Because they cannot sleep, because they very panic. That's why even if I do 1 a.m. sure got people watch also. Okay, can, alright. Yeah. So yeah, okay, got people say like, do you all even sleep? I don't sleep at all. Okay. La Bell. Are you Annabelle? Just curious. Okay, now. Anyways, guys, so that is my advice lah, okay. Mungkin some orang nak screenshot ke everything ke. So you should go on this sequence, study everything first. Yeah, but guys, remember this is just all advice only. This is just advice. Yeah, so I'll be doing another live session now. So guys, make sure that you go to your Insta right now. Make sure you go to your TikTok right now. Follow. Anytime I suddenly want to live, I'll just live. Okay. Microscope. Okay, guys. Let me promote myself a bit. Okay. If you really want to go and see Form 4 recap. Okay. Let's say for example, you tak sempat okay. Here's a wave video for you to recap everything. There is a gravitation video here for you to recap all the calculation. There is a heat video here also. Okay, can. And then after that, if you want to cover microscope and telescope, right? Okay. Ashraf, you will see that there is this one. Tengok tak, my belakang of my head, right, got microscope and telescope one. So you should go watch that one, the yellow color one. Okay, can, alright. So yeah. Tak sempat. Okay. So guys, I'm not saying that only this thing will come out. And yeah, I know this is almost everything already. Yeah, you should study everything. Try your best. This is for people who are very lost. Okay. Yeah, Seong Kwan, I know. I'm trying my best here. Okay, can which trial year the best to do? SS unknown. Okay, if you ask this question, right, you are trying to kena soalan bocor. If I know which year to the best, right, I will have just do the year. But I will tell you, my suggestion is you have to do everything from 2023 to 2025. There is no best year. There is only you have to do a lot. So, okay, like for example, SS unknown. You know last year, one question come out 2022, one question come out 2023, one question come out 2024. You watch my video, right? So which year is better? I don't know. Because all 3 years also cannot. Okay, can. Yeah. So should I just when you memorize schema, also very dangerous. The question come out the same. If question come out not the same, then how? Okay, can, alright. So make sure you do lah. Okay. There's no best trial state to do, guys. You have to do all. And what's the green color and the yellow color? Yellow color is English version. The green color is the Mandarin version. 华文解说. Okay, can, alright. I will say do. And for trial question, right, guys, I even advise you to write up. Okay. So if you are very like mentally tired, then you can go watch the video. When you're not too mentally tired, then you write. Okay, because writing and knowing is two different things. Okay, Ken? So guys, I don't want to drag too long already for today. I want to end almost now because I hope that tonight I can still have voice to do my TikTok and my Insta. So I will sampai sini sahaja, guys. I really hope everybody do well in your SPM. So thank you everyone. We will sampai sini saja. So it's 1111, guys. I hope you get good results also lah. Okay. So thank you everybody. I will end my live stream now. So bye bye everyone. Bye bye.